and then maybe I'll put it into YouTube. Okay, it's recording. Okay, so okay, you have an image you wanted to somehow continue vertically and horizontally because you want to create this as a pattern in Revit, and that's what we're showing here. So the first thing I will do is save as. I will give it a name, you know, like pattern, vertical leaves, for example. Now, one of the things that's important is to create an image canvas size that is bigger. So I go to canvas size and the height. Typically, if you double like 112, 112, then you'll see what that means. It creates a canvas that's bigger, but the image stays. Then M for selecting rectangulars. I'm going to select this guy, Control C, Control V. And then you can Control T to transform, and then right click. You can do flip horizontally and enter. What does that mean? So I just basically copy the original image and I paste it, and then I basically flip them. No? If you flip an image, it means that in this kind of center line, it should match perfectly because it's the same image flipped. No? Now, that should match perfectly, not only here, this line, but also here. This line will match with that one. It just makes sense. It's a mirror, no? Obviously, this is not the ideal thing to have, but I think we can deal with that right after. I'm going to Control V again, and I'm going to put this one here, and I'm going to do the same. Right click, sorry, Control T, right click, and flip vertical instead of horizontally. Press enter, and then move it there. Now, again, in theory, if you flip it vertically, it means that this line is matching this side with that side. No? And I can do the same. Control C, Control V, and right click, Control T, right click, flip horizontally, and press enter. That did not do it, of course. We need to flip it vertical as well. There you go. Something is going on here. Let me duplicate the layer, take it down, right click, flip vertically. Okay. So, what have we done? Little mess, but that's what it is. It's the same image, the one on the top left. I copy it 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. The one on the right, I flipped it horizontally. The one on the bottom, I flipped it vertically. And the one on the right bottom, I flipped it vertically and horizontally. So basically, if we were to use this image instead, it will, let's call it, kiss itself perfectly in the edges because it's the same image. Okay, so that would be a one thing. I could actually now crop, see it, and just make sure the edges are exactly where I want them to be, the center, and I can merge these guys. You can select all of these guys pressing shift, then there's a merge option here, merge layers, Control E. So you only have one. There's not any more four of them, no? Okay. Okay. Now, that's what you would typically do if the image was like a wood floor or something. It will continue very nicely. I'm going to go back, Control C. You'll see why now. That what I could do is move this guy, which is this one, layer 2. I can move it slightly and think about how I want that center area to be. So I'm going to do an eraser. Let me get rid of this. You can erase with a bigger, erase is E, soft, and I erase the center area here. It feels like it's a one leaf thing, no? Now, obviously, it's not as you can always go further in and think of it like this. And erase some of this guy. That could be a bit more interesting. Again, this is going to match with that one nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to take that layer and do something similar. Move it all the way up. And then erase that part here. So there's a continuity vertically. Okay. Now, obviously, this center is not full either. So let me see. 1, 2. I can merge visible. And those two, I can merge visible. And move this guy further up. Erase. So, Oopa, what's going on? Why erasing? Okay, it could be. So I'm gonna, now is the moment of merging everything. Control Shift C, C for cropping. Now in theory, this could be a better image for us to use. Let's see if it works. It might be an issue when this line matches this line, because it's not gonna create this little vertical thing, but at least they will match. So let's see how that works. I'm gonna save that and I'm gonna send it to you and you tell me how it looks. So let me go back. Let me stop actually the video because that